Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. I am going to share with you our top 10 list for January 2021. I am wearing my party shirt because January, New Year's, party time, and this is my only other chance to wear this shirt because we definitely didn't get to go out for New Year's. We stayed home and played games, so good times. The top 10 list is games to get the wiggles out specifically for kids because in January we're stuck inside a lot of the time, and either the kids are sitting on the couch like a little blob and need to get moving, or they're running out around and doing cartwheels off the couch and running laps, and we need them to do something a little more constructive. So here are some game choices when things need to get managed a little bit in the cold weather months. So good games to get energy out inside. I'm going to start with younger aged kids and move up to older. So to start, Feed the Woozle is a cute cooperative game where you're trying to get 12 little food tiles over into this monster's mouth. And it's great because you can scale it to different ages. So really little kids are just learning what the dice rolls mean and trying to walk and not drop the little tiles. You play until you win. So it's always going to be a happy time, or there's a higher probability of it being a happy time. And for older kids, they have fun, cool things where you can either walk backward to go and deliver the food, or you have to do it with your eyes closed, or hop like a bunny, or do the hula. It's just really cute, fun, happy game, a good one to get out during the winter months. Next up, I have Pancake Pile-Up, which is competitive, but it's pancakes. Everybody likes pancakes. So you are just running back and forth to try to complete the correct pancake stack first. And we actually play the game about half the time when we get it out, but then the kids just get really distracted by the cute pancakes and the different stacks, and it's a fun activity even if you don't play it as intended. Cute little game. Next up, I have The Floor is Lava. I love this one because there is a Netflix show that's out right now that is called The Floor is Lava that is in no way affiliated with this game, but will make your kids so ready to play hot lava games. And this will save all your couch cushions because instead of using those to throw on the floor and hop all over, you have little foam mats. There are little foam pads that come with the game that you can toss all around the room and have kids. We have them walk to the different tiles so people don't get injured while playing this game. So they walk to the different tiles, and it's really it's whoever is the last there, a tile is removed. So it's not incredibly hardcore to start out. And then by the end, if tiles keep on being removed, then it does matter if you're the first to get to one of the red spaces, because then there's just not another red space left. And there's also a cooperative version of this game where you can set up a path that you're supposed to go across to get from one side to the other and work together as a team. So it gets some energy out, but people still like each other at the end, which is so great when you're stuck indoors together. Next up, I have family charades on this list. And you know, the reason charades is a classic game is because it's just, you're acting stuff out. It's cute and fun. It's one of those games that the process of playing the game is so fun that it doesn't really matter as much who wins or loses. I mean, we're all competitive in my family, so you kind of care, but if the process itself is so fun, then it's not as big of a deal. Like, oh, we lost, but oh, wasn't that hilarious when Patrick acted out like a monkey and we all just started laughing. What I really like, why it is worth buying a copy of Charades and not just writing your own clues down, is because you think, oh, I can write down. It takes forever to write down the clues, and then somebody knows what they are. It's so much more fun if nobody knows and you go in and it's this is curated to fit what a younger kid would be able to act out, because if one of the clues is the movie Titanic, none of them have heard of the Titanic. It doesn't work. So if you have like an older charades, it doesn't work as well. So a younger one, and this one I really like because you don't have to read to be able to play. They have classic charade cards that the first clue on each one is just a picture and then they have it written underneath. So even if you have a little kid, they can still act it out all on their own, which really matters sometimes. And they have reverse or switch charade cards, which worked so well for my family because it turns out kids don't like waiting to take their turn to act things out. But if they get to act things out in a group, you can do a lot more, and it's hilarious to watch, and you don't feel as silly when you act out in a group. So if someone's kind of worried and has a little stage fright, there's 3 other people acting ridiculous beside you, so it's fine. Anyway, play charades with your family. Super fun, good for everybody. And I was surprised by just how much we loved this when we played it. Next on this list is Throw Burrito. I hate this game. I hate this game so much, but this game is not for me. And this game is amazing for the people that it is for. And it is for late elementary through like high school, mostly boys, but honestly, I probably would have really loved this around that age until one of my brothers clobbered me in the head with a burrito, and then maybe I'd be done. Which incidentally is why when I was over this, when I played it the first time, because my 8-year-old son, about 10 seconds in, clobbered me in the head with a burrito, and I was like, I don't need this. But he loves it so much, and it's very popular because everybody in that age bracket just goes insane over this game. And it's basically like the classic game Spoons, where you're trying to collect 4 of a card, and then when you do, you grab a spoon from the middle of the table. Well, instead of grabbing a spoon from the middle of the table, you get to throw burritos at each other. So it's like dodgeball. And it is entirely legal to hit somebody else in the head. It's legal to wait and block somebody else's burrito and then clobber them. They suggest in the rules that you like clear the room first. There's an outdoor version of this game. So if it's a nicer day and you want to go and throw giant inflated burritos at each other, you can. So children will love this. And if you're cool and will play it with your kids, good for you. Or if you have older kids that can play it together, man, they'll be all about it. So great choice. I don't want to play it. Next, I have Bounce Off on this list, which is basically darts, but with balls. And there are a lot of different versions of this game. We played Rock and Roll's Bounce Off, so it like kind of moves around as you toss the balls in. It was like darts. I found it very difficult. And, but if you need to get up and moving a little bit and have a fun game that, unlike darts, will not put holes in your walls, this is a great little game and really fun for the winter months. So, and eventually when people get to have parties with other people again, a great choice for that then too, because it's just a nice chatty activity game like darts. Also, in kind of the same vein, I have Pling Pong on our list, which, fun fact, it is definitely based on like beer pong principles, but no beer is involved, and it has some actual strategy for when you toss a ball in a cup, how like you can take out your opponent's cups or save your own, and so there's a little strategy involved, and it's cute. And a friend recently messaged me asking for like a family hot tub game besides just cards, and we came up with this. And how about that? For your hot tub, need a game? Pling Pong. How cute is that? So it's a great game to sit there, and I mean, it doesn't matter if all the pieces get wet. And I mean, it's good just in your house too, but it's a cute little, I mean, you're gonna have to chase after some ping pong balls, but it's really cute, pretty fun, good if you just need to get somebody moving or to stop destroying things in your house. Also, I have Klask on this list, which is like a tabletop magnetic air hockey game. So instead of, it's nothing, you don't need batteries or anything like that. You have a striker that you are that has a little magnet under that you're controlling underneath the board. The striker's on the top, and you're trying to score goals on each other. But you're also trying to, there's some strategy involved, and you're trying to avoid these little white magnets in the middle. If you get two on them, on your striker that are attached to it, then you lose a point and your opponent gets a point. If you pull your striker back into your own goal, you lose a point for that. And you lose a point if you make the ball go flying across the room, which I really appreciate because I play this with my sons. And if you can make a thing go flying across the room, why wouldn't you? And you don't if you lose a point for it and you're highly competitive. So that helps a lot. But it's really, that one is great from my youngest son goes nuts. He's been playing it since he was 3 and he loves it. And my husband's used it for game nights with grown-up dudes. So it's really, air hockey is for all, Klask is for all. And it's really pretty, and it takes up about the right amount of space. Like, I don't ever want to have an air hockey table. We don't have the space for that, but we have space for Klask, so it's really fun. Next, I have a couple kind of speed games. And on that note, any speed game is a great choice to get some energy out when you're stuck inside. There's so many great speed games out there. I'm always a little sweaty and exhausted because that's how I play after a game's over. And so just pick any speed game if you're like, we need to get people up and running, speed games. But the two that I picked for this are 5-Minute Dungeon, which is a cooperative speed game, and it does play in 5 minutes, the most stressed out 5 minutes of your life, because you each get to pick a specialized color deck that has some powers in it, and together you're trying to defeat the boss card. There's a boss card at the bottom of the stack, but there's a bunch of people, monsters, obstacles above it that you've got to battle through using all your cards and working as a team in order to win. And 5 minutes is not much time in order to do that. But it's so much fun, and the fact that it's cooperative, we're stuck inside together, let's have a little friendship while we can. And my kids love this game, and they play it all the time, and we just take out the 5-minute time limit for them and just we'll have a timer, and they'll say, oh, let's see how long it takes us this time. And if it takes them like 8 or 9 minutes, oh yeah, that was a good one. Let's try to beat that record next time. And then they can take their time just kind of looking at the cards, figuring out the special powers and going through together. And it's super cute and fun. So that one's been great. Although it takes 5 minutes to play, but then all the color decks are jumbled together and you have to separate them. So that takes a little more time, just set up and clean up from it. But it's such a good game, and they'll get it out on their own whenever they're in like a 5-minute dungeon kick and just play it a bunch, which I love. Last on this list, I have Pandemic Rapid Response, which, if you love Pandemic, but you don't really want to get it out because it takes like an hour to play and you wish there was a shorter version, this is that. It is 20 minutes and it's cooperative like standard Pandemic. And it is, again, it's a 20-minute timed speed game. So you're on for 20 minutes straight. And your goal is you are in an airplane, and what you're trying to do is deliver specific supplies to certain specific cities that are experiencing disasters. So you need to roll the dice quickly and make quick decisions. So if either of those things are difficult, this is not your game. And I will say the first few times I played, I felt like I needed a nap afterwards because it was just a lot. But then after you get kind of used to how the game works and what you're supposed to be doing, you can relax. You're like, oh, you can relax a little bit, and it's not quite as stressful. And it's so fun. It's all the fun of Pandemic, but just a different way to play it and a lot faster. There's still, you can get characters, specific roles have different powers or abilities to help you go through. And it's really game. This is a really great game, and it's a good choice for older kids. Your blobbed out teenagers that you say, hey, stop sitting there on the couch doing whatever. Come here and play a game with me, your loving parent, and we'll work as a team and have this get moving a little bit, feel awake. And it's just a really great game. So you should check it out. So that is our list for getting the wiggles out from young to old. It is winter. It is, my favorite thing about winter is that you are kind of stuck inside a little more and getting to play more board games. So there's a board game for everyone. There's a lot of great choices here for people that don't necessarily want to play a traditional one and just kind of want to play something fun and easy, gets you moving. Great choices. So I hope you find one to check out, and thanks, and I'll see you next time from Game Like a Mother.